This is my review of the Moby Grape album, Moby Grape '84. It was released in 1984 and produced by Matthew Cates. I bought this album like last year on eBay. I don't remember how much I paid for it, probably around like 30 or 40 bucks. This album can get kind of expensive on there. I've seen it for like 100 on there. I'm not really sure how hard this is to get or anything, but I think that most of the copies of it are pretty old. I don't know if it's been like re-released any since it came out. I couldn't really find a lot of background on this album. It's pretty much the full original band minus Skip Spence. They have somebody playing keyboards and stuff on here as well. I forgot to write down the guy's name. It's kind of strange that this album was being produced by Matthew Cates because he was their former manager who they'd had all this legal problems with. According to Wikipedia, they were still having like legal issues while they were recording this album, so it's really strange that they were like working with him at the time. But other than that, I couldn't really find any other information on this album, so if anybody knows anything about it, I would be kind of interested to hear the background of it. So yeah, this album I wasn't really sure what to expect when I got it, and I was pretty surprised. The album opens with Silver Wheels, a song by Peter Lewis and Vince Megna. It's a cool country rock song with a really strong lead vocal from Peter Lewis. Really good group harmonies on it as well. Just a really catchy song overall. It's really a highlight of the album for me. Don't really have a favorite track on here yet, so I'm kind of just like all the songs that are highlights are kind of tied for my favorite song right now. Second song, Better Day, is by Bob Mosley and Skip Spence, so even though Skip Spence isn't on the album, they include one of his songs. Sung by Mosley. This one's kind of a mid-tempo song, a lot of keyboards on it. And the keyboards on this album kind of make me think of like 80s country. So if you're not into like keyboards like that, you'll probably not like this. I don't know, it's a really different sound for Moby Grape, like having those and kind of like the more 80s sounding production, but I don't think it really like hurts any of the stuff on here. The third track, Harder to Follow, a song by Peter Lewis and Bob Mosley. This one, kind of a weird song. The beginning has this part where it almost sounds like it like stumbles, but it seems like it's an intentional thing. They share vocals in it. Not one of my favorite tracks, but I don't like dislike it or anything. Just not a highlight. Kind of just a weird song. Track Sitting and Watching is a song by Bob Mosley. This one kind of has like a different, like it has one part of it and then it has like a different sounding part of it. One of the parts has this kind of like cool finger picking guitar. I don't know, it's not really like one of my favorite songs on here, but I like it. I think it's interesting. It kind of reminds me of something like that could have been on WoW, just in the way that it's structured. So it seemed kind of like a throwback almost a little bit for them. The fifth track, City Lights, another Bob Mosley song. This one sounds like Peter Lewis is singing it. Another one of my favorites on here, really catchy song. Another one that's kind of country rock sounding with pretty prominent piano. But I really like that one a lot. The sixth track, Queen of the Crow, another Mosley track. This one kind of a darker sounding country rocker. Another one that I really like, another highlight, really catchy. Also sounds like it's sung by Peter Lewis. But yeah, that's another one of my favorites. Seventh track, Lost Horizons, is kind of a mid-tempo rocker by Peter Lewis. Sung by Mosley and Lewis. Has a lot of kind of harmonies in it and stuff that it reminds me of like the Eagles a little bit the way it sounds. Got some cool guitar from Jerry Miller in it. I like this one overall. The eighth track, I Didn't Lie to You, another Mosley song. This one's kind of more of a blues rocker. It's got this really cool like main riff that kind of just goes on throughout most of the song that I like a whole lot, and that kind of like makes the song for me. I just really like that part so much that I don't really notice a lot of the other stuff, but it's got a lot of really cool guitar from Jerry Miller in it. So another highlight for me. This is kind of more of a minor highlight. The ninth track, Suzanne, is a cover. This one I think is sung by Mosley. It's catchy. It's got some more cool guitar from Miller, so I like that one as well. The 10th track, Too Old to Boogie, is a Miller Stevenson song. This one's kind of silly, like the title says lyrically, but I like it. It's got a good lead vocal. I'm not sure which one of them's singing. It's catchy. It's got some cool guitar. The 11th track, Think It Over, is a Peter Lewis song. This one, sung by Mosley. It's got some cool guitar in it, but I'm not as crazy about this song. If I had to pick probably a least favorite track on the album, it'd be this one. It just kind of seems too much like it's trying to be commercial or something. Like, I don't know, the parts where they're singing Think It Over, and it just like, it sounds like it's trying too hard to be catchy. So not into that one as much, but I don't hate it or anything, just not my favorite. Then the 12th track, American Dream, a cover. I'm pretty sure this one's sung by Mosley. I like the lead vocal a lot, and this is another highlight for me. It's got this really cool, like, sinister, kind of like nagging guitar riff that just goes on throughout most of it. It just sounds really cool. A lot of lead parts from Jerry Miller that I like a lot, and just a really catchy song overall. So this is kind of the end of the album because there's a 13th track, but it's really just like a reprise instrumentally of I Didn't Lie to You, which, I mean, it's a cool way to end the album because I love that guitar, so it's kind of cool to get to hear that again. But really, I guess American Dream is the last full song on here. But a good way to end the album. So Moby Grape 84, I think, might be my favorite of their reunion albums. It doesn't really have a bad song on it. Like, some of these songs aren't my favorite, but I don't really hate any of them. I'm fine with all of them. And it's got some really good highlights on it. I think the production kind of makes it stand out. It doesn't really sound like their earlier stuff, so maybe not like a guarantee that you're going to like this if you like the earlier stuff, but the vocals definitely let you know it's them, as well as Miller's guitar, even though that does kind of sound different here. Like, his tone on this album sounds different than it does on most of their albums, even though I really like his tone here. So yeah, Moby Grape 84, I think, is a really underrated album. It's a shame that it's kind of so hard to find. It'd be nice if it got like a reissue or something, but I think it is on YouTube, so I would definitely check this one out if you're a fan of the first 4 albums. I think I might even like this one a little bit more than Truly Fine Citizen. I guess you'll have to wait till the ranking to find out, but yeah, Moby Grape 84, really underrated album. If you're into these guys, definitely check this one out.